So Mario Bautista 2-0 already this year and squeezing in a third fight as well. I mean, things are clicking right now, right? What's the feel for you?
It feels good. This is something like I told myself last year, like I want to fight at least like each quarter, but it didn't work out that way. But 3 a year, man, I'm happy with that. I'm super happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Staying busy. And that last one, not only was it an incredibly impressive performance, but it was over a guy that's got a name in Brian Keller. So, I mean, what did that victory specifically do for you, man, in terms of maybe confidence or just belief in yourself?
You know, I felt good about it beforehand. Like I said before, I was expecting like a 3 round war. So to get a finish in that first round against Kelleher, man, that was definitely a confidence booster. No, I felt pretty good about that one.
I like it. And then I wonder, do you take time? Well, you strike me as a guy that kind of just stays in the gym, man. But do you take any time off and relax a little bit, or was it right back to work?
Uh, I take a little bit of time off, but yeah, for the most part, I am that type of guy. I'm just always in the gym, always learning, staying healthy so I could stay in the gym, and yeah, just having fun with it.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that was you. So now you're lined up again. As I said, November 5th, it's going to be Benito Lopez. A guy that's been out for a while, right? I mean, this is kind of a unique thing to get ready for somebody that doesn't have a lot of recent tape, right? I mean, does that make things more challenging for you at all?
uh, in a way, if he has been getting better during that time off, then yeah. But they always say like you're only as good as your last performance. So I'm looking at those tapes, and I know he's been busy doing some other stuff. So I'm assuming he's going to be around the same level. But yeah, I'll be ready for the best version of Benito.
I was going to say, I mean, how do you? I mean, obviously, without tipping your hand too much, but how do you game plan? I mean, so when you watch that tape, do you say, "Well, I assume I'm going to be facing the same kind of fighter"? Because as long as he's been out, it seems like he could be completely new.
Yeah, I mean, I'm preparing for like a striker. I don't think he's going to turn into a wrestler in those years. So, um, the way I look at it is he's a striker. He's 5'10", and there's certain things that he does and he does very well. So those are the things we're looking at and game planning for. And I think we're game planning well for this fight.
I love it, man. You pick up a victory here. Now we're talking about, three in a row. We're talking about 5-1 in the last six. I mean, that's pretty solid credentials. I mean, what do you expect at that point? Is it at that point do you start saying, "Hey, I need some ranked fighters," or what would be the play for you?
Oh no, I'm definitely going to be asking for that after this fight. Hopefully a victory after this fight or for this fight, and afterwards start looking at people right outside the top 15 or even the top 15. Depending on my performance, if I could get him out the way I did Kelleher first round, I don't see why not. I've had some good performances, never in a boring fight, and I think I match up well against anyone in the top 15.
With that in mind, I mean, does this feel like kind of I don't want I would say like a breakout opportunity? You know what I mean? It's like I think you've kind of been flying under the radar a little bit, but a win here, I agree with you. I think you're starting to talk about ranked fighters. Does this feel like maybe a kind of a breakout opportunity for you?
Yeah, I think especially coming off my last win, uh, this will kind of cement, that I do belong up there with like the elite of the division. And like I said, right outside the top 15 or even top 15, I believe that's where I belong, and I can compete with anyone I believe there.
I know you can't assume anything in a fight, but I mean, if you're able to get out of there unscathed again, would you try to squeeze another one in before the end of the year, or do even you have to admit, hey, let's take a little break for the holidays, let's slow down a little bit, and we'll look to next year?
No, I think I'll take a little break and hopefully start early, like January or February, and then try the same thing this year or that next year, one each quarter, or at least three, and see where that takes me.
So ideally, you get 4 fights in next year. Three's not enough. Get four.
Oh, I always shoot for four, and it gives me some cushion. If something happens, then I at least get three. So that's what I'm looking for.
Well, you said it, man. Never in a boring fight. So again, I think there's more question marks around your opponent than there are you. But I guess what are you expecting in this fight? Is this a fight? Do you think you can go get another quick finish, or are you feeling that hey, this might be one where we have to get in a little back and forth. We have to stretch this one out a little.
Uh, it could turn out to be like that. That those are the fights I always expect. And with him coming off that break, I'm assuming he's gonna be like a little antsy. I might have to weather the storm, but I'm gonna weather it and I think he's just gonna, gas, and I look for a second or third round finish, but I believe I'm gonna finish him in this fight for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, we can't wait, Mark. It's been a heck of a year for you so far, and another one here, man. I think you're knocking on the door of those rankings, man. So how do you get this thing done?
Oh, on the feet, on the ground, you know me, I go up and down, so wherever I can get it, that's where I'm gonna do it.
I love it, man. Well, awesome, brother. Well, looking forward to it. We'll see you in November 5th, and wish you best of luck in that one. Appreciate the time, my man.
Thank you, John. I appreciate it.